Politics. Politics was my life. Some people are soldiers, some are merchants, some are fishermen, but my life involved government and politics. I didn't necessarily plan to have such a life. My family was well prepared to have me become a tobacco producer and merchant. And I should tell you a few things about my family. If you're going to start a story, you probably should start at the beginning. My family, my Lee family, is centered in a place in Westmoreland County called Stratford Hall. I was born there. My father created the place. I'm the fourth generation. The first to come to Virginia from England was also a Richard Lee, and then his son was Richard Lee. My father was Thomas, and now I'm the fourth generation. And I'm very proud of my family. We, for the most part, we were very much involved in the production of tobacco, certainly starting with my father's time at Stratford Hall. My life in politics has taken me away from tobacco and away from my home on many occasions. But I should tell you something more about my family. My brothers and sisters, there were quite a few of us in my family. My eldest brother, Philip. The next was Hannah. My next brother was Thomas, and then myself. Francis Lightfoot Lee, younger than me, then my sister Alice, then William, and then Arthur. There are quite a few of us. And all of us played our part. All of us didn't plan our lives to be what they became. And I should tell you something more about the other Lees. As I go along, I'll speak more about my brothers and sisters and the part they played. I won't dwell on them right at the moment, but they have a very important part in our American history, in our American nation as we've become. Well, that was my beginning in 1732, and I grew up in a manner very common in Virginia. I was educated by tutors and so forth. My family had a good deal of resources, money to do with as they pleased. Many are not born into money, but I certainly was. And as is common among Virginians with a bit of wealth, quite frequently the sons are sent to England for their education. Quite common. It certainly happened to me. When I was 16 years of age, I was sent off on Lee family ships from Stratford Hall on the Potomac River, Westmoreland County, to England for my education. Keep something in mind. My family had been in business for some generations, as I told you. And that being the case, tobacco, the primary crop that we sent to England for our income, that tobacco was sent on Lee family ships. We owned the ships that docked on the Potomac River there, that went to England and then brought back goods from England to Virginia. So we had an existing network of merchants in England who worked with us on the sale of that tobacco in England. Our family was quite extensive, not only here, but also in England. I went to Wakefield in England, to Queen Elizabeth School, grammar school. And I spent several years there in school, growing up. And sadly, I received a letter about 3 years into my time as a student informing me my mother and my father were dead. Both of them died during my time in England. I never saw them again Last time I saw my parents was when I left as a student to go to England. There was no need for me to rush back. My eldest brother was going to inherit Stratford Hall, and my parents sadly were long gone by the time I got the letter. So going back was of no great purpose at that time. There was no benefit in returning then. So I continued my studies in England and then took part in yet another part of my education and the education of many Virginia young men. Some women as well. Some girls did this in a similar manner, but mostly the young men. I went on a continental tour. I went to the continent, not just being in England, but I went to the continent of Europe and toured many, many places. I went to France and I went to Spain. I went to Italy. I went all over Europe, increasing my knowledge and education. Part of this education is to give a young person a broader view